Hi, Sabrina here, and today I want to talk with you about rhythm and flow. It's all about being in the rhythm of your flow. And why do I say that? So many of us are out of sync. So find ways to be able to be in sync. If you're not joyful, if you're not happy in the present moment, ask yourself, what is going on and why am I feeling the way that I feel? Because you see, our emotions and our feelings can actually have control over us if they're not positive. And so many of us, especially now since the world has shifted, so many of us are not feeling good. Self-confidence is something that I believe is earned through our awareness, through being able to understand that the power of self-confidence comes with understanding oneself and being able to discern our behavior. So what does that mean? Our behavior on a mental level, because things start between here and here before they can actually manifest into the outside world. Having said that, who are you being on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis with your thoughts? Because your thoughts do create your reality. So we're here to help figure out this mysterious understanding of our thoughts. Our thoughts are powerful, and if we align ourselves with that power of creating good thoughts as opposed to negative thoughts, we're going to be able to find a little bit more bright place for us to live. And yes, that's my buddy in the background, and she's there protecting everything that happens around here. And that's what we have to do for ourselves. We have to protect ourselves. We have to be able to understand that our thoughts sometimes are not our best friend. How do we make our thoughts our best friends? We make sure that our thoughts are monitored. And as tedious as that can be, as important as it is, because when our thoughts are monitored, then we can understand where the foundation to our thoughts are lying. Are they lying to us? Are they telling us that we're not as good as we really are? Because I believe that everybody is born good. I believe that not everybody is not only born good, but is born to expand into a greater consciousness. And along the way, we have experiences in our childhood. We have patterns that become who we are, but it's almost like an altered who we are. So let me explain what I mean by that. If we're all born good and somewhere along the way we have experiences that hamper our way of feeling good about ourselves, then we need to be able to dive in and understand why those experiences exist. In other words, if even later on in life you happen to have had a relationship that was abusive, and abuse doesn't mean physical abuse. Sometimes mental abuse is much more damaging than physical abuse, because physical abuse, we can see it and we can take care of it, hopefully from that point. But mental abuse is abuse that we don't always know exists. And if we do know exists, we don't know how to process it or how we can deal with it. So a lot of people that I work with are actually dealing with abusive relationships and are understanding the abuse sometimes after a year or 2 years or 4 years or even 13 years. I had a client on the phone today that said, I'm finally breaking out of a 13-year abusive relationship. And there was a liberty about it. But before the liberty comes, she was feeling very full of anxiety and stress and insecurities and fear and doubts. So what do we do to help ourselves alleviate those feelings? We have to go through them, not only speak about them, but actually feel them from an emotional standpoint so that we can grow emotionally stronger. So sometimes people say, well, but it's really hard for me to deal with that. And it is hard, but through our greatest pain comes our deepest growth. So take one step at a time. Don't try to go up the ladder, all the way up the ladder all at once, because sometimes you feel overwhelmed and you won't go up the ladder at all. As a matter of fact, you'll push the ladder away because we don't want to deal with something that makes us feel stressed or that makes us feel overwhelmed, because these stressors we tend to want to push away. All right. So my suggestion is for us to take baby steps, little steps at a time, and deal with our feelings, not from a conversational standpoint only, but also converse and then discuss how does that make you feel and why does that make you feel this way, and just take little baby steps at a time. All right, so that's today's understanding of how to start to deal with stressors on a more intense level that will actually help us heal on a deeper level. So if any of this information was informative, if you felt like you learned anything, please subscribe to my channel, Sabrina Barnett, and I look forward to seeing you on Sabrina Barnett on YouTube. Big hugs, big kiss, and I'll see you soon. Bye.